Yep. Good.
You guys gave up, I think, 47 yards after the first quarter total offense. What did you like about the way your defense?
Oh, I thought we tackled great. I thought Shieldwood and the defensive staff had a tremendous game plan, and the guys executed it. Started getting more pressure on the quarterback. Good job of keeping him in the pocket. Good job of rush lanes. Good tight coverage in the secondary. There's probably 7, 8, 9 guys that had really nice plays. So just a great overall defensive effort without question. Sometimes you need that. And at the very end, we need the offense to finish it out, and they did a great job finishing it out.
You talked a little bit about playing a complete game, and it was the offense had to grind a good bit, but at the end of the game, you didn't blow a lead like the last couple games where the defense was were pretty strong the whole way. The offense was working on the clock and keeping it away from them. Did you feel like that was a little bit better of a complimentary football in that regard?
Oh, I'm going to quit worrying about playing a complete game. Just be happy when we win. That's what that's a big win. I got a lot of respect for Coach Houston and the staff at ECU. He's one of the good guys in college coaching. And I had a year like this a few years ago, where stuff just didn't go right. And he's played a bunch of games like this. And so, to have a team that's 1-7 come out and show the fight that those guys did, against a team that's ranked nationally, that says something about his staff and the character of his team.
You were down 10-0. You take over at your own 12-yard line. Nothing had gone right up until that point, and you had the 88-yard touchdown. Is that? How huge was that? And did you feel like that was really what turned the game around right there?
Well, we needed it at that time. We really did. We needed it at that time, and it was really I thought great play calls by Slade Nagel. Good execution again. Offensive line. Trey Tuggle started his first game and played the whole game. Did a really good job. Josh Remitich wasn't able to go. Had to keep him off the field. He still wanted to play even though he's hurt. Tough kid. And a bunch of guys made plays on that drive. So yeah, that really helped us out big time.
Is Shotty Clayton Johnson okay? Do you know is there any?
I think he's going to be okay. Yeah, I think his little ankle. He could have gone back in at the end.
Okay. And then Michael Pratt was shaking his hand at the end of the game. Are you guys is he going to need to get that X-rayed, or do you?
I think he's okay.
Okay. Defense last 3 quarters shutout. Just how impressed were you? You mentioned it early on, but what did you feel like was the key difference that they weren't doing on the first 2 drives that they did for the entire rest of the game?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the whole thing, Gary.
What did the defense do differently after the first 2 drives? Just
not really anything. It was. I thought we did a really good job with pocket pressure. Each defensive lineman or linebacker, whoever's blitzing, has got an aiming point on the quarterback, and it really is difficult to throw accurately downfield when you got a collapsing pocket. And I just thought we calmed down a little bit. I thought Shieldwood and the defensive staff just did an excellent job with the game plan and play calls. Thought we had much tighter coverage, particularly in the second half. We had some big plays. We had one by Lance. We had one by Bailey Despaney. We had one by Jabo, Jerry's Monroe. That were really big plays. There was one at midfield. I think it was a 4th and 7. They went forward and had really good coverage. So it was a lot of things.
The timeout you called before the missed field goal, was that to see if they would review the play or?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever challenged one. We had a bunch of people that thought that we were definitely in bounds. Okay. And we weren't. Yeah. And so I called timeout. I wish I hadn't. Valentino made the field goal and then he missed the second one. So I wish I hadn't called it. I won't be doing that again.
It's becoming a trend at the end of the game when the offense has to eat up the clock. That's 2 straight weeks. It's done exactly what you needed to. What does that say about the character of this team?
Well, we work on this stuff all the time. That situation there at the end of the first half, we work on that all the time, and we got fortunate. when the ball hit the ground, I looked at the clock myself and saw one up there. So kudos to the refs for going back and looking at it, seeing it, and could have been a touchdown, but it wasn't. But that was a big play for us, obviously.
When you look
Anybody
at
else?
when you look at Air Force lost at home today to Army 23-3, is that just an indication of how the bottom line is, just making sure you get out with a win each week?
It really is. You know, it's just winning games. It's hard to do. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and it's hard to. You know, they're practicing all week too. I think they got some good looking athletes and good players. Play Tulsa, they're gonna be all fired up, play on national TV. Hopefully we have a great crowd, and I don't know why we wouldn't. So hopefully you can put something in there about having a great crowd this Saturday, Gary.